Hi, I'm Amy and this is Megan from Pure Emporium, and today we're going to be taking you through some really cool information about the skin, and we are going to be focusing on aging. So we've got a presentation for you and we're going to be talking you through what aging is all about, what causes it, and what are fantastic ways to treat the skin as well. So I'm just going to share my screen with you so that we can get started. So just going to grab our little presentation right here and talk you through all of the points, because it's really great for you to understand what aging is, what it's all about, what causes it, and everything in between. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to dive straight in with what is aging. So you're going to be able to see right here on the screen. I'm just going to make sure I move the little box here about what is aging. So aging is something that happens within the skin, and it's all based upon collagen. So it's important to understand how the skin works before you understand how collagen works. So here you've got your cross section of the skin, and you can see that the very top area is your epidermis, okay? And then your bottom section with the curly bracket is your dermis. So those are your two main layers of skin. And the top layer is exactly what we see on the outside of our skin, which is our epidermis. And this is our protective layer. Then the dermis is our living layer. So this is where all the work happens. So whatever happens in the dermis is going to then travel upwards, and it will become what we see on the top surface in the epidermis. So exactly what I've got here as a point, it is just going to be controlled, and in the dermis is where collagen lives. So the collagen lives in that living layer. So it's really important that we are focusing on that living layer regarding making sure we've got collagen. Now, collagen is like glue, okay? So it's like glue holding everything together and keeping all of our skin cells really nice and tight. If we have more collagen, we've got tighter, firmer skin because it's giving it that structure. If we have less collagen, then we have less support structure, less glue holding things together, and that's when signs of aging will come in. And from when we are born, unfortunately, the collagen production decreases. So if you think about a baby, a small newborn baby with their lovely chubby legs and their lovely chubby arms, they are full and jam-packed with collagen in their skin. And it's so lovely and squidgy and plump and tight and firm. But unfortunately, as we grow and as we get older, the amount of collagen that we have in that dermis layer of our skin decreases, and hence how the aging process happens. So after you've got to 25 plus, your collagen production slows down significantly. After menopause, the collagen production slows down dramatically. So you can see that at different stages of life, different parts will happen. And this is where we get a little bit sort of a misconception with when you should start looking after your skin and thinking about anti-aging, because realistically, it's never too soon to start. So after the age of 25, like I say, we want to really be boosting that collagen and looking after it so that it helps us by the time we get to the menopausal age.
So what causes aging? A lot of people are confused by this part, because a lot of people will think that aging is, if your mum's got good skin, you'll have good skin. So it's not through genetics. That's only actually 10% of how your skin will age. This is intrinsic aging. So not necessarily, don't look up to your parents and think your skin will be perfect like theirs if they've got really lovely skin. Definitely think, oh, actually, maybe I need to take a bit more care, because 90% of how your skin will age is through extrinsic aging. Now, this is the external factors that you will really do to see how your skin will age. So 80% of these external factors are caused by UV exposure. So this is why it's crucial to be wearing an SPF every day. You might think, like a day like today, it's dull, there's not much sun, so you might not need to wear it. However, you should be wearing an SPF every single day, because the UV exposure is always there and it will always affect that skin. Other factors which will also cause aging is not getting enough sleep. So obviously we'd always recommend at least 7 hours per night, hopefully between 8 and 9 realistically. I know it's hard, but definitely what we should be aiming for. Pollution is another thing that will really trigger how your skin will age. So whether it be where you're working or where you're out and about, really try and reduce that amount of pollution on the skin. Smoking is definitely a big one. It's a choice, so it definitely is something that we could stop to allow our skin to be a little bit healthier. But this is a high factor in how your skin will age. And another one, which at the bottom you'll see, is stress. That's another big factor that will cause aging on the skin. So I know it's hard. We can say, oh, well, I've had a stressful week. We just got to try and find that balance, and how we can maybe have that relaxing time to help reduce the stress where we can. Obviously, aging is something that cannot be stopped, but it is something that can be dramatically slowed down when treated correctly. So that's obviously with products and things like that. But like the points I've spoke about above, just try and reduce those things, and hopefully we're not aging as much.
Definitely. And exactly what Meg said there, you know, it's really easy to fall into that trap to go, well, my mum and my gran, they had great skin, so I'm not going to worry about looking after my skin so much. Unfortunately, that does only take up 10% of how your skin will age. And then also linking to the stress factor as well. You know, when our bodies go into fight or flight mode, when we're dealing with something that's either a very stressful situation or maybe something that has caused us great pain, then naturally the body is focusing on that rather than looking after all of the cells. So the aging process really, really does take its toll when we are stressed out. So what does aging look like? Okay, so you can see by the images on the right hand side here that the aging process naturally will always get linked to fine lines and wrinkles. We always think about fine lines and wrinkles when we talk about aging, because it's the first thing that we always want to combat when the aging process takes its course. Then we have uneven skin texture. Now, this is something that is really important to bear in mind, because aging can affect different people differently. And thinner skin, so we have less cell turnover, which is what makes the skin thinner. So as we get older, we haven't got as many new skin cells being made. Our body just simply doesn't do it. So that just means that over time, our skin is going to become thinner. And this also means that our healing process will be slower too. So when we are younger, you think about children, they're out playing, they fall, they graze their knee, it's going to scab over. Within the week it's gone, and you would never know there was a graze there in the first place. Unfortunately, as an adult and going more into the older years, that isn't the case. The sort of risk of scarring is significantly higher, because we just haven't got the amount of new skin cells being made, which is how the skin becomes thinner. Uneven skin tone, sunspots, pigmentation. You can see on the top right picture here on this screen that the lady has got some sunspots and some skin damage there from the sun. And it should say lack of elasticity in there, but this is a really, really main one as well, because I don't like the word sagging, I must admit, but it is when things go south, and that is a natural form of aging. So you can now see what aging looks like in all its different forms.
So how to treat aging? Obviously, linking back to the very first slide that you will have seen, Amy showed the diagram of the skin where you've got the two layers. So your lowest layer of the skin is your dermis, and obviously by targeting that area, that's how you're going to get the quickest and most efficient results. The way that we do this in our salon is through electrical facials, but also by recommending supplements through the consultation to our clients. So supplements are great because they're going to feed your skin from the inside out, and that's the way you're going to get those most efficient way to get the best results. Obviously, home care as well is the best way. Through the following ingredients. So we've got vitamin A and also vitamin C. These two ingredients link really, really nicely together. They're very good for anti-aging and just to get those best results. You've also got peptides, but also hyaluronic acid at the bottom there, which we all know is very hydrating. But in the following slides, we're going to talk you through each ingredient.
So we're going to start with vitamin A and what it's all about. Okay, so the one thing when we talk about vitamin A, which we talk about a lot in the salon, is the fact that it comes from a family called retinoids. And there's a lot of misconception here where a lot of people think that retinol, retin A, tretinoin, roaccutane are all different things, which technically they are, but they are still forms of vitamin A. They come from the same family, they are just simply different strengths of it. So depending on what strength you're using and which form it comes in, it is all still derived from vitamin A in general. Vitamin A is officially the best ingredient on the market for targeting aging by far. This is why we love it so much, because it has so many benefits, but for anti-aging, it's absolutely incredible. Vitamin A assists in fixing damaged cells, and this is why it's so good, because it's actually going to get down there, it's going to start to fix and really help to put things straight within the skin. We naturally get vitamin A from our diet, so from food that we eat and our general diet each day, but our body also uses it to be passed across different areas of the body to make sure we're functioning normally. We just simply aren't eating enough of it to make sure it can get to the skin cells. So it's depleting quicker than we're putting it in to sort of fix those damaged cells. So we want to make sure that we're getting enough of it. It promotes healthier skin and it plumps and smooths fine lines and wrinkles too. So naturally, we want to make sure that we're getting it in our diet, of course, but also you can then apply it topically onto the skin as well as taking supplements. So the more in which we have in our bodies of it, the more chances it's going to be feeding the skin and fixing those skin cells. And vitamin A also encourages the production of hyaluronic acid, and we're going to talk about that in the next slide. But both of them work hand in hand at making sure that the fine lines and wrinkles are all plumped out.
Yeah, so hyaluronic acid, like Amy's just said, is super hydrating. And we know in the salon that hydrated, healthy skin is very, very useful. So hyaluronic acid actually attracts and holds 1,000 times of its own weight in water. So like we've already said, super hydrating. Think of hyaluronic acid as like a huge drink of water for your skin. So it's really going to just suck in and hold up all that moisture. It's also great because it stimulates any collagen to be made, but also incredible for hydrating and plumping out the skin for those anti-aging benefits. Like I said, just really helping to plump out those fine lines and wrinkles.
And who doesn't want that when you are trying to target aging? Because this is exactly what we want to focus on and we want to try and fix. So hyaluronic acid inside any of your skincare ingredients is going to be helping you to achieve that for sure. So now we're just going to talk about peptides, because peptides is something that is included in a lot of products, but sometimes we don't quite know what that is and what it does. So peptides are known as cell communicators. So it's kind of the little messengers that are going to make sure that things are doing what it should be doing. And they tell your skin to do something. So it's going to sort of absorb down, and it's going to be making sure that that product that's being absorbed is going to be boosted. So it's going to help to boost your collagen. And when peptides are included in those products, it's going to supercharge the results. So it just simply makes that product more powerful. So you might hear of certain products that may include vitamin A, but it also has peptides in there. And we then know that those peptides are going to be supercharging the vitamin A results, which is exactly what we want at making it stronger and doing better work in reducing the signs of aging.
And the last ingredient that we absolutely love is vitamin C. Now, like I've said before, vitamin C and vitamin A are like perfectly paired together. They both have great anti-aging benefits. So very similar to vitamin A, vitamin C's got all very similar ones. It's great because it will help to boost the collagen production, but it's also very anti-inflammatory. So it means that it will really calm and help to soothe the skin. It's one of my favorite ingredients because, especially at the moment with everything going on, it really helps to support your skin's immunity. Vitamin C is also great for brightening the skin. And it's when someone says, oh, wow, your skin looks really, really glowy at the moment. It's like that brightening from that vitamin C that's going to make your skin look really, really youthful. Now, your human body actually doesn't create any vitamin C, nor does it store it. So it's vital that we give the body this every day. And we do this through our diet and our supplements. But something really interesting is that our food actually might not have as much vitamin C as we think. So like an orange might not be as high in the vitamin C content. So it's great that a supplement we know will have the efficient amount. So we take that and we can use it.
Definitely. And that links exactly what we said about the vitamin A, because even though we're getting it from our diet, it's not necessarily enough to be passed to our skin, because it's going to be absorbed by all of our vital organs, anywhere else in the body that needs to take in those vitamins and minerals from our food and what we take in through our mouths and what we eat. So making sure that we are getting enough inside the body to really treat the skin properly, topically and internally, is going to be vital at getting these results for you. So just to finish on that point there, skincare consultations. As at Pure Emporium, we are always here for you. We are so passionate about skin. I don't know whether you can tell, but we can always help and give you guidance regarding where you want to get to. And we're here to make sure that we can get you there fast. So if you do want to talk to us about anything to do with skin, whether it's for aging or any other concerns, do feel free to reach out, because we love passing across our knowledge, our advice, and our passion for all things to do with skin. So whether we're in lockdown or whether we're not in lockdown and we're in the salon, you can always reach out to us either via email, picking up the phone, or reaching out to us via our social media channels. So thank you so much for joining us for our little skin walkthrough, our skin dive there into aging. Meg and I will be back with you very soon to go through a different skin topic and to make sure we can share our knowledge for that topic as well. So thank you so much, and we will look forward to seeing you again soon.